mean for you to come out to an event like this and talk to these young creatives?
Well, I was even talking about I got to wear my little. I got to design this for my H-Town people with Psycho Bunny. So it's about culture creation. It's about creatives. Taking control of what's ours, right? Because that's our biggest export, especially for Black folks. And making sure that we have autonomy over that, fighting for that, and making sure that we control and benefit off of it because it's ours. You know what I'm saying? That's how we thrive.
If you could shout out one social cause, because I know you're very active in the political space, which social group should people be aware of or organization?
Well, the easiest, there's so many like Texas Organizing, so there's so many really dope organizations, but our job as Build Power, the organization that we started, is to amplify those organizations. So I would say follow Build Power, BLDPWR, and we'll direct you in the right direction.
What is the importance of CultureCon for you?
To me, it's about celebrating us, it's about celebrating the culture, it's about being present, it's about showing who we are and being our unique selves in a way that nobody else can be in. So, I'm just excited to be here.
We're both grads from Temple. Shout out to Temple.
Okay.
Do you feel like going to Temple helped with your career?
Absolutely. I'm originally from Kansas, but I always say that Philly is what made me who I am. Philly is a very interesting city. And I think by going to Temple and coming straight from Kansas, having learned how to jaywalk, and just being around so much culture that I wasn't used to, it really formed who I was as a person and the identity that I wanted to embrace. And I don't think I would have been able to get that anywhere else.
Absolutely, I love that. What makes you want to come to an event like CultureCon? Where there are a lot of budding creatives. Why is it important for you to be here?
Well, I started very quickly in the industry. It happened very fast for me, and I kind of went straight to the top. And I think I understand that there's a lot of privilege in that. And I think I like to go to events like this because I like to impart the knowledge that I have, because I'm proof of the receipts of what it takes to be able to build a successful career in content creation and being an artist and figuring out how to expand that and to then make it bigger than what anybody could ever imagine. I've had an opportunity to host the Ellen DeGeneres show. I've been able to do movies. I've been able to do TV, and that's not everybody's journey, and that's not what everybody has. And so I try to give as much advice and be a resource as much as possible.
You exude so much confidence. Are there any moments like the Ellen show or whatever other endeavors you've been in that made you feel like, ooh, I'm a little nervous, or like a little palm sweating, like any of those moments? Because it doesn't seem like you ever are, nervous.
Well, I've been performing my entire life. So it's very, very, very rarely that I get nervous. I think the only time that I get nervous is when I feel that I'm unprepared. That's really the only time, and then I have to kind of fake it, to make it. But other than that, I don't usually get nervous.
Okay, that's great. Do you have any other future career endeavors that you want to get into?
Well, I'm right now at NYU getting my master's in journalism. So the ultimate goal for me is either a talk show or a morning show. That's what I want to do. Honey, I plan to retire by 40. I do not want to do this hustling life for the rest of my life. I want to find me a good old job I can do every day, make me filthy rich, and I can call it a day and go about my business.
I agree 100%.
Okay? I'm trying to be like Oprah in Hawaii.
Did you think that the influence that you started during COVID would be as big as it is right now?
Absolutely not, honey. I was just trying to bring joy and laughter and love to people. I had no idea it would do this, but I'm so grateful that it did.
Well, you've been in the fashion game for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about fashion today?
My favorite thing is about fashion today that is so much of it. It's an abundance of it. I see it's everybody's creating at home, and I think the pandemic kind of helped that to let people really learn how to create and do their own thing. So I do see so much of it versus when I started. It was just splats of hot here, splashes of hot there. So I like that. It's a lot of more creative people.
If there was one thing you could change about the industry, what would that be?
Just the whole dark side of it. I feel like it's a lot of rude ass people. And I feel like once people get to a certain level, they change. And I just want people to get to a place of, knowing that you can still be cool and humble and be fabulous. All that can still, it's not like oil and vinegar. That all can go together.
Absolutely. What does it mean for you to come out here and talk to these young creatives and be amongst this group of young people?
I think it's a great thing, and it's for the people, so that's a good thing. And I just wish we had more things like this when I was coming up, and for me to be able to have use this platform to tell people the do's and don'ts, that what worked for me, and I still want them to take away and just take little pieces of what will work for them, but at the same time, just to be able to have all of us be able to communicate and give them like a blueprint almost of what we went through, and I just think it's an awesome thing, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yes. So what is Ty doing outside of fashion? When there's nothing
Ty
revolving
is now
clothes.
an author. Ty has a book that drops November 6th now. November. I'm lying to you. November 8th now. We changed the time. Came in. We pushed it. Yeah, November 9th, and it's called Makeover from Within. It's about my life and the different transitions I went through, and it's kind of like my social media page too, because after each chapter, I kind of do these things called Thai takeaways, where let people know like I went this route, but I feel like if I wouldn't change a thing, but you could go this route.
Okay.
Yeah.